Hello, I'm Grace Capra in Telecommunication Technology Training. I'd like to discuss working with attachments. First of all, what is an attachment? An attachment is any file that you have saved on your computer you would like to send to someone else via Lotus Note or email. What you want to do to start, and what I'm going to point out, is that I have a Word document saved onto my desktop. That's the screen that you're looking at right now. You'll acknowledge that it is a 401k 97F document. Let's open that up and take a look at what it looks like. I open up that document for you and you acknowledge that, oh, beautiful, employee 401k plan. That's the Word document that I now want to send to my coworkers, Luann, Lucille, Zenaida, and actually I'm going to carbon copy in myself on this. So I close out of the file, Word document. I'm going to open up Lotus Notes. I go into my Lotus Notes. I'm going to click on New Memo. In my To field, I'm going to put in Luann, Lucille, Zenaida, carbon copy in myself, write a little note to them. When you're ready to put the attachment into this note, you want to make sure where your cursor is located. The reason for that is the icon for the attachment is going to go in wherever that cursor is currently blinking. So I want to make sure that I space over a couple before I am ready to attach or enter down a couple. Up on your icon bar, what you want to do is look for the paper clip, set your mouse onto that paper clip, and what you'll see is you get the cute little pop-up. I call it my little Batman icon. Look like a little cartoon. So you'll see it pops up. It's a file attached. You want to click to that attachment, the paper clip. It opens up another window and says, where do you want to open this document from? It actually says create attachments. I'm going to look onto my desktop because that's where I know I saved that 401k document. And on my desktop, I will look for that 401k. I find it. I could double click onto it, or as you'll see on the screen, I click create, but I'm a double clicker, so I would double click and same result. Once you do that, you'll acknowledge that the icon now is in your email. You're ready to send. We click on to send, and what I show you now is back in my inbox. I sent myself an email. But in that email, you're going to notice that the paperclip is there. And that paperclip represents that I have sent you, or myself, an attachment. I now open up that email, and I'll acknowledge that the icon for the attachment is there. It shows me it's a Word document. If you don't know what it is, because sometimes people are like, well, I have this file, but I don't know what it is. What you do is double click onto it. Once you double click onto it, it will give you three options: view, launch, or detach. The difference between the three, and I had to go through that, view is for the people who do not have the software program. If you're not sure, I would suggest launching it, because if it doesn't launch, that means that you still can view it. Viewing, again, is for the people that do not have the software program. So if you do not have Microsoft Word, you still can view the file that the person sent you, which is really an awesome feature. So viewing, I'd go in, I'd view it. It still remains in Lotus Notes when you're viewing. Once you're done viewing, though, you must click the lower X in the upper right corner, because otherwise you'd be totally closing out of Lotus Notes. So you have to watch that. Screen here for you. In viewing, you cannot print, you cannot make changes, you cannot save, but you can view it. Again, that really is an awesome feature. In launch, if you launch the document, it opens up the program it was originally created in. The 401k document was originally created in Word, so once we launch this 401k, it does open up Microsoft Word for you. Do not make changes to this document and think that now it's remaining in this document. You first must save it in order for it to keep the changes you make. So I suggest go to File, down to Save As, and rename it onto your computer. You'll acknowledge here, I saved mine on my desktop and I renamed it My 401k. Notice I didn't do 401k. Change that name, you like that. And click Save. Once you do that, now if you make changes, you'll have that copy on your desktop so you reattach it and send it back to the person with the corrections. Okay, that's important. Once I'm done with that, I need to close the top X in the upper right corner because remember, again, you're in Microsoft Word. You are not back in Lotus Notes yet. Once I close the X, I'm back at my note, and last but not least, we have detach. Detach simply just says, where do you want to save this document? It opens up. This time, I'm going to detach it onto my H drive. On your H drive, I kept this name 401K97F. I click detach. That's all it does. It's gone. But remember, it's on my H drive. Now what I need to do is click the little X in the upper right of my properties window for the attachment. I'm back in my note. I close out of there. I close out of Lotus Notes. I'm going to go onto my desktop, open up my computer, and I want to look on the H drive for my new 401K document that I saved there. Voila, there it is. I see that I successfully detached it. I see my 401K97F. I open it up, and there is working with attachments. Have a terrific day, and I look forward to seeing everyone soon.